pelvic floor during pregnancy and new motherhood is something that we all need to be aware of. So our pelvic floor is a set of interwoven muscles that sit at the base of the pelvis, or sit within the pelvis. And the muscles control when we pee, when we give birth to our baby, when we go for a poo. They're all interwoven, and a healthy pelvic floor allows for all that to function optimally. So when we're pregnant, the pelvic floor can be weakened by two things. One, relaxin, the hormone relaxin, which, as it kind of says, relaxes all the ligaments and within the body. And also the weight of the baby, the amniotic fluid and the placenta pressing down on the pelvic floor for a good 9 months. So it's important for us at any stage in life, and particularly pregnancy and new motherhood, to strengthen this area, because weakness can lead to issues later, such as incontinence, and also can negatively impact our overall well-being. So we really want to look after that area. A healthy pelvic floor is both strong and elastic. So it's strong, but it can also move. And so often we're talking about strengthening the pelvic floor, but it's also really important to stretch the pelvic floor as well to keep it optimally healthy. So I'm about to show you some pelvic floor exercises to do. And just remember, with pelvic floor exercises, do what you can, work with what you've got, most important, and practice little and often rather than a big spell once a week. Little and often is going to do far more for you. And perhaps you can remind yourself to do your pelvic floor when you come to a traffic light, when you put the kettle on, when an advert comes on the telly, anything like that, something to remind yourself to do your pelvic floor exercises. And even if you've had a cesarean section, it's still important to do your pelvic floor exercises. So I hope you enjoy this exercise. So first things first, we need to find out where the pelvic floor is if you're not already familiar with it. So how to do that, come onto hands and knees and just bring yourself down onto your elbows so that your elbows are underneath your shoulders. Make sure that you're hugging your tummy muscles in and that there's space in the lower back so that we're not overarching. So feeling nice and secure, the knees are underneath the hips. And first of all, we're going to take a breath in. And as we breathe out, we're going to squeeze the muscle that stops us going for a pee. And we're going to inhale and hold that. And then exhale and release it. That's the front of the pelvic floor. Then we're going to take a breath in and squeeze the muscles that we would if we were to stop passing wind. And we're going to inhale and hold that. And then exhale and release. So that's the back of the pelvic floor. And then we're going to squeeze in and up between the two. So take a breath in. And as you squeeze out, we're going to draw in and up between the two. Take a breath in to hold. And then breathe out to release. So this is a really nice exercise just to familiarise yourself with all three parts of the pelvic floor, the front, the back and the middle, particularly when it comes to birthing your baby, just being aware where that central point is. You can really direct your energy, your focus and your breath that way when it comes to releasing your baby. We're going to do the first pelvic floor exercise, just a squeeze, simple squeeze and lift. So come down onto the elbows, knees underneath the hips, relax the jaw as best you can and keep those tummy muscles engaged and the knees underneath the hips. And then we're just going to take a breath in, and then as we breathe out, we're going to squeeze the whole of the pelvic floor in and up until we feel a gentle tightening in the lower abdominal muscles. And then exhale to release. Breathing in through the nose. As you exhale, draw the pelvic floor in and up. Inhale and hold. Exhale, release. And again, breathe in. Exhale, we'll squeeze in and up between. Breathing out. Inhale. Exhale, release. Inhale. Exhale, squeeze in and up. Inhale, hold. Exhale, release. And again, breathing in. Lifting all three parts of the pelvic floor. Feeling the lower abdominals draw in. Inhale, hold. Exhale, release. 3 more. Big breath in. Inhale, lifting in and up. Inhale, hold. And exhale, release. Again. As you exhale, lift in and up. Inhale, hold. Exhale, release. Last one. Breath in. Exhale. Lift in and up. Breath in again to hold. Exhale, release. And then when you finish, just sit back into a child's pose. So if you're pregnant, you may need to take the knees apart to make space for bump, and then just rest forward. Bring the forehead down and just relax there. This is also a nice stretch for the pelvic floor. Take 3 more deep breaths. And you can stay here for as long as you want to. Good. Well done.